Welcome to the new best days, the day you buy your boat and the day you sell your boat. We hope to improve all the days in between.
All right, now you've got your boat sorted out that you want to buy. Now we're talking about buying it, the negotiation of the boat, getting the survey done, and locking down, actually taking possession of the boat.
Purchase price, actually.
Yes.
We're not to possession yet. We're trying to get the purchase price.
Right, so to get that, you've got to pick your boat, you've found someone who's selling it. Now the next step is to have it inspected and surveyed to see if it fits what you want.
Well, to see if it's the boat they've advertised as well.
Yes.
I mean, I think that most people watching this have bought a home or a car or something else of this type of purchase, large scale purchase, and they understand that there may be problems that the current owner doesn't know about. This may not be a matter of fraud or deception as much as, I had no idea that the strut was coming loose under the water. So I'm really glad we hauled this out.
So you need a professional to help you out with that. So you need a surveyor. You need someone that is an excellent surveyor that you can trust, and a mechanic. People who know, that are in the industry, that can inspect this boat without any skin in the game. They're not selling the boat. They're not getting a commission. You're paying them to do a job. They get paid whether they drop the survey's bad or good. It's just a truthful survey.
And that's the hope.
That's the hope. How do you get a good surveyor?
Well, like everything else in this day and age, start your online research. See what other people have thought about them. And then when you get a few names that you think you like, go to your friends again. Go up and down the dock. If you see somebody that just bought a boat, you'd say you noticed that there was a for sale sign on it. Now they bought. So you just bought this 40 Beneteau. How do you like it? Really?
Yeah.
Who'd you have do the survey? Would you use them again?
Right. And you've been out on boats. You've already gone out and tried all these different boats. Go back to them and say, hey, who did you use? Word of mouth is a huge one in this industry.
It really is. It's a small world, and you're only going to be as good as your last job.
Right. Now, taking the boat on a sea trial is a big one as well. Get a captain who can drive the boat, who can tell you the little nuances. Watch what they're doing. Take notes. Take a pen and paper. Ask questions.
Lots of questions. The only stupid question, the one that's not asked. You're paying these people to do a job for you. So part of that job is to explain the boat to you. Even if your surveyor is like, well, I don't really have time for this, say, it might be worth your time to say, can I pay you a little more to explain to me why that's bad?
Right. And this is the thing. What you're looking for in a survey is not to convince you to buy the boat. It's actually the opposite.
Exactly.
You are paying this person to not have any hidden pitfalls come and hit you later. You are paying this person to tell you the worst things and the possible things that can go wrong with this boat. So you're prepared. It goes in your budget once you find out these things.
Once you, and it will come off the price.
Yep.
If whatever they're asking for the boat, if you're a surveyor or your mechanical survey, or even your sea trial captain, they should all be a different person in a perfect world.
Yep.
And they say, the steering feels a little weird at RPM. Maybe a cutlass bearing is bad. And, these are important information because when you're done and you're in the negotiation portion of the purchase, you can say, well, here's my survey from a XYZ surveyor, and they're saying that it needs X, Y, and Z. Can we lower the price to compensate for that? I got a quote here from a local boat yard, and they're saying it's going to cost this much money. I'd like that much money off the boat. It really, it gives you a lot of tools.
And you're hiring a professional. When you get a captain to do the survey for you, ask him a question. Have you driven this type of boat before? Do you like this type of boat? Ask him why. It's an opinion. So he might just not like a certain brand of boat. That's fine. But he'll say, ask him why. He'll say, because I know this happens to this is a common problem with this boat. And then you can research into that and say in the negotiation phase, hey, this is a common problem that happens with this boat, and it's come from a reputable captain, then you've got a negotiation point as well.
So that's really all we're trying to say is get as much information as you can. It's not as wide as our previous topics, because now you're on one boat.
Yep.
Whether it's a sailboat or powerboat, whatever it is, you're on it. You've hired a mechanical surveyor. You've hired a yacht surveyor. You've hired a sea trial captain. And now you have these three professionals' opinions. And then you use those opinions to negotiate a better price for yourself.
And just remember, if you've fallen in love with the boat already, you've got to be able to let it go. If it's not the right boat, if the survey is like not what can fit your budget and you're prepared that it could go wrong, let it go. There's always going to be another boat.
We'll say this over and over again. There's always another boat. And sadly, there's always a better boat.
And if it costs you a few $1,000s and you walk away from it, you are actually saving money than if you bought the boat and it all went wrong just because you had an emotional attachment to it.
Yep.
You would lose a lot more money than if you just let it go.
So on that, we hope this has made your time on the water better. See you next time.